What's up, everybody? Welcome to our first Coach's Corner for the 2019-2020 school year. This is Sports Editor Ben Barkley, and I'm sitting here with varsity volleyball coach, Coach Flowers. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. So starting with, we'll jump into last season. You finished third in the region, but you really step it up come state playoffs. You make it all the way to the state championship where you lose to McIntosh. Talk to me about last season for a bit.
Yeah, it was quite a ride. We really were kind of disappointed and frustrated with the way we ended up in region, but we were able to step it up at the end of state and be able to beat Whitewater, who we had lost to in the region tournament, and beat them coming back from down 2-0 at Whitewater to win 3-2 to put us in the championship match. So I thought we could have played better then, and we hope to try to get back there and do that this year.
So going into this season, you had last weekend a little tournament, the Sequoyah Classic. Talk to me about that tournament a little bit.
We've done this one a good many years, even before I was the coach, and it's a great test of good teams, especially from the north side of Atlanta. A lot more 6 and 7A teams, so it's a great weekend of good competition. We do have an injured player, starter Kayla, who that affected us a little bit, but we still did okay. We went 2 and 3 on the weekend and beat a couple good teams and learned a lot too. So hopefully we can use that to get better.
So from this tournament, how does that really prepare you for the region competition that's always stiff?
Well, like one of the teams that we played this past weekend was the 6A runner-up, Allatoona, and so teams like that are usually in their top 5, top 6 in their class, typically go to the tournament. So it gives us a good gauge for kind of what we're going to see throughout the season. Our particular region is kind of either way up or way down. So our half the region is good, and then the other half we don't have as much trouble with. So it's good for us to get out there and get some good competition throughout the year.
Mm-hmm. So what players, besides maybe Tessa and Nicole, do you really expect to step up performance-wise for the team?
Well, the rest of the seniors, Piper and Georgia. Piper plays in the middle for us, and Georgia is our senior libero. And then we also had Luna, who is a new student who moved in from California over the summer, and she looks to definitely add to the offensive side of things as well. So we're just hoping that really as a team everyone contributes, but definitely some key players there, yeah.
So jumping back, I want to go into Nicole Smith. She had a crazy freshman year, and all really capped off with she committed to Georgia Tech as a freshman. Mm-hmm. What do you expect from her this season?
I think last year she had a lot going on, being a freshman on varsity, and a lot of conversation around that. I think that she learned a lot last year and gained a lot of experience in a short time, and we expect her to be one of the leaders on the team for sure. Our seniors are a great group, and they're definitely going to lead, but there's always a space for others to lead as well, and I think she's definitely going to step into that role.
So going back to region competition, it's always been stiff. 5A is always a tough region to be in. What teams so far early in the season do you have your eye on?
Well, still McIntosh and Whitewater are the two that we've looked forward to playing, and are on the schedule, definitely marked off as points where we have to really be at the top of our game. It's kind of that balance between, it's just like any other game, so we don't put too much pressure on it, but we really know that it is more than just a single match. So trying to balance those two things and play our best at those times is definitely important.
So I noticed from your schedule, sort of late September at Chamblee High School, you had this showcase. What is that tournament?
So a couple years ago they started doing in each classification, like the final 8 teams get together on a Saturday a couple weeks before the playoffs and play what they call a showcase. It allows college coaches to come in and see sort of the top 8 in each class all in one place. Gives everybody kind of a good gauge of competition of where things are at going into the playoffs. So again, this year we should be competitive there, being that we were in the top 2 at the end last year. But they also do a good job because a lot of times there are teams within the same region. So McIntosh and Whitewater should both be there, but we won't play against them. We'll play other teams in the top 8, so that we're not playing each other right before we play them again in the state.
So now I know it's early in the season, but overall, what are your goals for this season?
Well, the number one goal is to get better, and by getting better on the court, hopefully that means a better result as well at the end of the season. We'd love to get back to the state championship and have a better showing, and hopefully bring home some hardware from that.
And so, from the games you've already played, what have you seen, just little minor things that you need to improve in order to be successful throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, the two biggest things that most teams usually deal with is our serve receive, so our passing the ball, and then that helps us run our offense. If we're not passing well, then we can't do what we need to do. And then the other is serving. That's one of those places where if you're not serving well, you're just giving away points because ball goes out of bounds, ball goes in the net. The other team doesn't have to do anything to earn a point. So if our serving is good and our serve receive is going well, then we should be very successful.
Alrighty, well thank you Coach for your time, and make sure you guys follow the volleyball team. I have a strong feeling they're going to do some good things. And from Coach Flowers and the great Beck guys behind the camera, I'm Ben Barkley. See you later, and go Panthers.